Yo, what's going on, everybody? So, happy Tuesday. It's July 23rd. It's been a minute since I did one of these videos. I wanted to give y'all an update on everything that's going on in the market. Let's get to it. So, first things first, SEC signs off on spot Ethereum ETFs for trading, which is today, right? So, one of the interesting things that happened in the markets was that even after that news broke, I did not see Ethereum break out of this choppy range that it's in, right? It's basically sitting in this maybe like 3,500 high to a 3,350 low, that $150, $200 range. It has not broken out of that. And that gives me a little bit of paranoia because that shows me that even BTC sitting at a pretty pivotal level. Like, for example, if we do, some analysis here, we see that on a daily basis, BTC is currently from the high of the range to the low of the range. It's currently sitting somewhere close to the mid range right here. You can draw that range many different ways. You could say, maybe it's a channel like this, where it's like that, something like that. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to draw it kind of like this, where you have this declining channel, right? Rather than my sideways range that I drew. The point is that markets right now are at a standstill. And I think they're at a standstill because if you look at the economic calendar here, okay, we have a couple of important events coming up next week, right? We have some ADP employment data coming out. We have consumer confidence, job openings. I think the 30th and 31st, we also have the FOMC rate decision right there, right? Chicago Business Barometer, so the PMI index. So the point is that the markets are, in my opinion, slowing down with volatility up until next week. And that just goes to show that even the good news, which is the Ethereum ETF news, is going to be muted in the current market regime. If you look at ETH, right, it had a pretty sharp breakdown from this high. Remember, this is where the ETH ETF was pretty much approved and had this big spike, but it wiped out that entire spike right there. And now it's back up, okay? But it's not back up above the high of where the spike ended, which is, the spot ETF news being priced in. So here, the news is actually saying, oh, the markets are actually beginning to trade Ethereum spot ETF. But this price is not higher than this price, which is the actual, this was just news. This is actual trading that's beginning. But this to me right now is a sign of caution and being careful in the market. Same thing with BTC. I think BTC you need to be a little bit more careful about, especially because as we're approaching kind of this range high area, remember, this is where markets got topped out, twice, right? First time right here, technically in mid-March, second time right here in mid-April, I guess 3 times here at the end of May, right? So 3 times the markets have come into this area. And now it's approaching right around a 4th time. So if price spikes up, let's just say in this area right here, okay, in my opinion, I think it's going to smash right through because you don't generally in BTC, you don't have multiple occasions of 1, 2, 3 times, and then the 4th time it rejects. It's usually like, 1, 2, and then 3, huge rejection. 4th time, if you're coming into that price, it's going to smash right through it. So if, however, the price doesn't even reach this level and it starts rolling over like this, then that's not a good thing, right? That's not a good thing at all. And that actually reminds me of kind of this area that we had way back here in, if you guys were around in 2019, right? If you remember, this reminds me of this. I remember when this This is the China Z candle, we call it. This was when China had tweeted that, they're going to accept Bitcoin trading and allow for exchanges and this and that. And this was a massive, massive 1 week candle, and Bitcoin ripped up from the low of, $7,200 all the way to a high of 10,500. And I remember exactly the 2-3 days that happened. It was insane. It was the best money making time. However, after that, right, what happened was the spike fizzled out. In the next few weeks, we rolled over. That kind of reminds me of what's happening right now, which is that BTC is banging into this this descending trend line. Same thing right here, and yet it's not able to break out yet, right? So question is, are we going to have this fizzling effect right here at the same time right here? Will we break down back to 50K or something by mid-August? Now again, I'm not trying to be bearish or anything. Personally, I'm feeling really bullish for probably the remainder of 2024, but it doesn't mean we can't have volatility, right? Like, it doesn't mean that we won't have 2-3 weeks of just heavy selling, where maybe BTC goes back down to 57K or something, and then September, October, it just takes a massive rip up to 100K, 80K, 100K, 120K, right? I still kind of believe in that notion. So with that being said, still bullish, right? Same thing with the stock market. I think it's a little bit extended. I think maybe US equities, especially the S&P 500, could cool down a little bit and then begin its next leg up into September, October, November, kind of like that. Okay. I do think that SPX is probably going to hit 6,000 or something later this year or early next year. But for now, it may be, this little area right here that it pulls down into and maybe, pushes up higher. Okay. So with that being said, those are your majors, right? Those are the majors that we needed to talk about for now. Now, what about the other aspects of the market? Okay. So if we go to CoinGecko, right, there's a bunch of other assets that we need to be paying attention to. For example, Solana. Okay, let's look at the Solana chart. Again, now Solana is not really your typical altcoin. It's a major. Okay, Solana, kind of the same thing as BTC and ETH, really, really just range bound. This is a W style bottom. W bottoms are extremely bullish when the bottom itself, in my opinion, is forming in a downtrend. Like, it's in a downtrend and that's the W bottom, and you get a big spike up. When W bottoms form way after an uptrend, in my opinion, it's not as bullish right away, right? Like what I'm trying to say is, this doesn't mean that we're just going to have a massive move up. It could mean that there's a whole lot of chop still to occur, kind of like this kind of crap, and then maybe we head back up in a very insane fashion in 1 to 2 months. Okay. So that's my general thoughts on Solana. And by the way, I've still not ruled out Solana to come back down into like 100 or 80 bucks. But obviously right now it looks a little bit suspect. And, I don't know if you have to be able to count, all the way down here. Okay. Other aspects of the market that I feel really good about is things like Toncoin. Everything else in the top 10, 20 list is kind of written off. Cardano, no one gives a shit. Tron, don't care. Avalanche, doing pretty decent, right? I had a AVAX trade a couple days back. Got some, good buckaroos out of it. Shiba Inu, not too bad of a meme coin, but probably forgotten for a little bit. Chainlink, not so much. No one cares about Polkadot. No one cares about Bcash. Near is also a pretty decent trade in my opinion. They're pivoting into AI. So something to pay attention to, right? But again, Near is large consolidation structure for like the last 3 or 4 months. I don't like these kinds of large consolidations, okay? Usually it leads to somewhat of a breakdown and a pretty serious and substantial one. Well, unless the market really kicks into high gear and we see that BTC is kind of leading the pack up rather than down, okay, I do think that there is caution that one should be taking in these majors. Now, other aspects of the market are doing pretty good. For example, our Roaring Kitty coin, right? We're killing it. We're killing it. Okay. Again, if you're not following us, Roaring Kitty, right? I have a small little YouTube channel that I made for Roaring Kitty on base. We have this really cool Avengers trailer that we made for Roaring Kitty. I have all these like VC, which is voice chat community updates, where we talk about everything related to Roaring Kitty, what updates we have, what we're building. For example, like today was a huge day for us. We literally had a bunch of buyers really step in the last 12, 24 hours. We went from 200K all the way up to about 750K market cap, massive, massive gain. And I'll show you guys why, right? So we found this woman from Germany. I think she's from Germany. But she started posting about us on TikTok. And she did some videos for us on YouTube and Instagram and Telegram. So I was extremely fortunate to find, people like her who are doing, these amazing videos for us, right? Some of them are paid, some of them are not. Some of them are voluntarily doing it because they're just working for their bag, right? As you can see, when she made the video was at the price was at 161K. Same thing over here. This gentleman
Presenta un movimiento
he is
financiero como muy
doing a video in Spanish, right? These are really cool finds for us because these are individuals who are talking about Roaring Kitty, but they're from different parts of the world. Like this girl, I think, is from Germany. I think this guy is from, I think, Mexico or Argentina. And then we also have this girl who is from
Roaring Kitty.
and she started talking about Roaring Kitty on her TikTok channel, which is, again, she has a pretty big following. She gets, 1 million, 2 million views. So the point is that the market is still hungry for spreading money in different assets. It doesn't need to be Bitcoin. It doesn't need to be Near. It doesn't need to be Ethereum or Solana or, Toncoin or anything, really. It can be that narrow pockets of the market, like Roaring Kitty, are outperforming other assets in the rest of the market. Why? Because we have a small market cap, so people are getting in relatively early. I've been talking about Roaring Kitty for several weeks when we were trading at 130K, 120K, all the way down to 100K. And then finally, as people saw that this is super undervalued, they started basically filling their pockets up with as many coins as they can. I gave away a lot of coins, by the way, to our community. And now everybody is eating good, right? Because everybody stuck around with us. The people who wanted to grind with us, they stuck around with us. And now everybody gets to rejoice and everybody gets to make a lot of money. Okay. This is the point about being in communities long enough and being in coins long enough where you can capture maximum value by getting in super early. And even on a day like this, where the market went from 100K to 750K, right? That's a 7.5x move. You still don't care. You're like, you're good. Because the upside from here is still 10 million, 40, 50 million based on other tokens on the base chain that are doing extremely well, right? Some of the top market cap tokens, like for example, Brett trades at 1.3 billion. Aerodome is not a meme coin. Degen was a meme coin, still trades at close to 100 million. Mr. Miggles meme coin trades at 77 million. Toshi meme coin trades at 75 million. Base NG trades at 40 million. So the point is that for us, the ceiling upside is massive, right? We have ads running, we're trading, we're trending on number 29. We have influencers from different parts of the world who are talking about us. Incredible, incredible things that are slowly being priced into Roaring Kitty, right? We also have a pretty diversified holder base where 17,000 holders, meaning a lot of the coins are distributed amongst a lot of holders, which means no single person can kind of take down the market. Okay, all these you could check on bubble maps and top holders, very distributed. A couple of weeks back, I was telling people that, hey, to get into the top 100, you just had to pay like $400. Today, this is almost like I think I want to say $3,000 or 4,000 to get into the top 100, right? Tomorrow, if prices spike up to 4.5, 5 million, this could be top 100, 30,000. Okay. So again, not investment advice, not telling you guys to buy. I'm not telling you and projecting 50 or 100 million market cap or anything. I'm just showing you that our community has been grinding it out for every single day. Every single day. Here's another buyer that's just stepping in with $1,000, right? So we have, all the right things that are going for us. We have influencers who are talking about us. We have people who are super excited in our community, constantly grinding, chatting, rating, posting memes, posting funny stuff. We have a very, very active chat. So come hang out with us in our Telegram group. I think you'll have a good time. And come check out Roaring Kitty, which again, barely trades at 482K. All right. You can check out our website here, based Roaring Kitty. We have a pretty cool website going. We also have this play to earn game that we're working on. It's going to be through Telegram. So we want people to play games on Telegram, the Roaring Kitty game, and we want you guys to earn the kitty tokens. That's something cool that we want to basically start. So, lots of exciting stuff that's going on that we really, really want to do for the community. We're just going to take it one day at a time, right? We're not trying to hype up or gas things that, that are going to be false promises. We're going to do our best to put in the work every single day. And that's what our community is all about. Putting in the work day in and day out and realizing the gains over a long period of time. And that's why we're aiming big. We're aiming big to get to the levels of Brett, which trades at 1.3 billion, right? I think Brett, yeah, $1.3 billion. That's huge. Again, market cap for Brett, I think it started pretty damn low. It started, yeah, less than like $1 million, I think, somewhere down here. No, sorry. I think like 600 or 700K is where it started. But still, that's not bad, man. 700K all the way to $1 billion. I don't even know what multiples that is, but that's huge. Same thing with DGen token. I think it started pretty much damn near zero, and it went straight up to $800 million up here. Okay, let's check out the market cap. See, almost 700 or $800 million. You can see it pretty much started off damn near zero. So the potential is there, guys. The potential is there. You just have to come believe, grind with us. You're still relatively early. You're very, very early. And guess what? These influencers, they're not done. They just got their bags packed. Most of these influencers, like one thing I can respect about them is they are insanely bullish when it comes to some of these coins. Like when they buy, they're not looking to just flip 20, 30, 50%. They're truly, truly believers of the next 50 or 100x. At least some of them are, right? And you just need a few honest believers that are going to, look at our community, look at all the updates that we put out. If you look at our Twitter, I mean, on a daily basis, like we're hosting so many competitions, so many meme contests, so many different things that are going on. Look at all these different memes that people have created for us. Just like absolutely amazing, amazing stuff just for Roaring Kitty. So this just goes to show we have a pretty phenomenal community of people who are just willing to make funny content, have a good time. Basically, they want to come vibe with us. They want to make money. They want to create memes, and they just want to play around with meme coins. Like I think they're tired of the rest of crypto kind of really not looking that great. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got, folks. All right. Good luck. Take care. Come join the Roaring Kitty craze, and we will catch up with y'all real soon. All right. Cheers, and I hope to see y'all in the Roaring Kitty community. Take care.